Going on to all of my Taurus out there. So let's get into it. For you, Taurus. All right, so let's see. All right, so you have the Justice, Three of Wands. Let me settle in. Seven of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Judgment, oh, Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacle cards coming through. Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Death card. Excuse me. So, okay, anyway. So, the Justice, Three of Wands, Seven of Wands. This is for the 2023 yearly overview. So, this is about you, Taurus, pretty much doing yourself a favor, doing yourself justice by learning how to stand up for yourselves, okay? Um, Taurus is one of those zodiac signs that will sit and take things, right? Because a lot of Taurus that I know usually have a robust personality where they'll take and they'll take and they'll take, and that's good, but they won't do anything with that until they have one big blow up, and then things can get out of hand. So the Justice represents you need to learn to start standing up for yourself more, to where you're not unhappy. You're not just taking and taking and taking until if you have a big blow up. Three of Wands, right? Three of Wands, especially in matters of the heart, because you know how you Taurus love to love. This is a situation where you need to understand that what you've got going on is you've got yourself into a situation, my dear Taurus, where you need to understand that this could, especially when it comes to the matters of the heart, this comes with everything. This applies to everything, but at the same time, mostly this applies to the matters of the heart. Okay, the Seven of Wands. If you know you're not necessarily being treated equally, then it's time for you, Taurus, to essentially stop hanging out with these people. So it's time for people to either treat you with the same kind of courtesy and respect that they do, or it's time for you to leave them alone, because that's the type of relationship dynamics that a lot of us have out here. It tends to be oppressive. It tends to be very disrespectful, where you usually have one person who is independent, right? And which the independence is a lie, mind you, but one person who tends to be independent and the other person tends to want to hang out with the other person. And this is the type of dynamic that we have out here. But what happens? The person who's trying to hang out with the other person, if they have a healthy boundary, they're not necessarily dependent. What it is that they're trying to get into a relationship with somebody while the other person is faking or fronting, because that whole independence feel, then they wouldn't be trying to be in a relationship at all. You understand what I'm saying? They would essentially be by themselves. But the fact that they are trying to um, even date, it shows codependency on their part, even though they're trying to be so independent. Trust me, I'm studying this stuff right now, because I told y'all, I said that I study this type of stuff behind the scenes so that I can give y'all better tarot readings, because I'm still getting better. Of course, it's a never ending study. So the Six of Pentacles now represents, and you should want to be in a relationship with people who want, or try to find relationships, whatever capacity they may be, with people who are reciprocating, who want to give back, who are charitable, who are generous. You know what I mean? Um, you know, generous overall. People who actually want to be reciprocal, show you that kind of love back, right? Show you a token of their appreciation as well, right? I remember talking about tokens of appreciation. What are tokens of appreciation? Tokens of appreciation are things that people do that are meant to actually bond with others or particular person, but others in general. And it's coming from the heart. It's real and it's not made up. And the thing is that the judgment, those are the type of people that you Taurus should be trying to get at, trying to get to, and scratch everybody else, pretty much. Because independence has it has gradients, and truth be told, if you really want to go there, real independence is never about extreme independence, because that's not real independence anyway, because it's a person essentially trying too hard to try to prove to everybody else and maybe even themselves that they're too independent to be tied down by everybody else. Real independence is a natural independence where it's like, look, if nobody wants to hang out, I pretty much do my thing. If people do, cool, again, and there's gradients even with that, where maybe a person may not necessarily be the best team player, and that's something that they may have to work on, right? Because they're used to being a loner. But at the same time, though, it doesn't mean that they're not independent in that sense, because they can still learn how to be a team player. But whenever it is that you see people put on this act of extreme independence where it's like, I don't need you, yeah, those are the biggest cries for help in the world, because they're just as caught up in the game of playing games as the person that they're running the games on. And then you have the judgment. The judgment represents also, be careful of, like I said, be careful of these people who are trying to make it seem like they're so independent. Those are the first types of people who's going to try to, not admit that they were wrong in, what they did. Like, I remember trying to get to know somebody, and then they disappeared for 3 weeks. They ain't call, they ain't do any of that crap for like 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. And then when I finally got a chance to say what up to them, they were acting like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. They making up all these excuses. Yeah, bull. I don't care about that. Like, I hear what it is that you're saying, and I'm so sorry of whatever happened to you, but at the same time, you still also threw me up underneath the bus, too, is the point that I'm trying to make. It's not that I don't care about what you've got going on. It's just that, yeah, you threw me up underneath the bus with that, because you trying too hard. You really didn't have to do any of that type of stuff that you did. So you ultimately just revealed yourself. If you didn't want to hang out, if you didn't really want to be in a relationship, you could have said that from the jump. And this is what I mean when I'm trying to tell all of you, well, not trying to, but this is what I mean when I say to you zodiac signs, that whatever zodiac sign I'm talking to at the moment, in this case it's you Taurus, but this is what I mean when I say that it's not what it is that you think, and that the people trying to make it seem like they got it all together and stuff like this, it's usually the people that usually got the most issues. Because again, me think thou art protest too much. It's the idea that, if it's real is above the table, it's above the table, right? In the sense that if you didn't want to be with somebody, you're not going to be in a relationship. It's direct, and it'll be in your face, and the person will tell somebody, nah, I don't want to be in a relationship, because it's real. More than likely, it's direct. You're telling the person what it is. You don't want to be in a relationship with this person. So so whenever it is that you see um things being below the table, where it's secretive and hiding, and we got to be quiet, and we got to, it usually, not saying all the time, but usually it's not really direct, right? So, because there are some I will say this, there are some cases for anonymity, there are some cases for secrecy, right? But it's just that most of the time it's rare. Then you have the nine of pentacles, page of pentacles. Okay. Learn about love. Okay. A lot of times too, people don't learn about it. They don't research it. They don't actually do an in-depth study on what love is. Study everything. um Read about it, right? Really go out and experience it. Don't just get into it. Then that's what it is that you call falling in love. And falling in love is not the best thing to do, because falling in love means you're having an emotional response in the heat of the moment as to what you falsely perceive the situation is. You're not supposed to be falling in love, ideally, right? You're supposed to be in love, of course, but you're not supposed to fall in love. Falling in love is that you are essentially caught up in the illusion of the situation and who the person is. So the Nine of Pentacles here, it represents there needs to be a level of fulfillment within yourself and who you are and what you've got going on, right? Real self-value. The Page of Pentacles is, and yeah, people are going to try to test that, but at the same time, when they try to test it and they're really going out of their way to do that, the Seven of Pentacles is probably a good idea that you leave them alone, right? Probably a good idea that you leave them alone. Or if it's a person that inadvertently tests it because they have self-love and they're pretty much doing their thing, and you're learning things about yourself by hanging out with this person, because this person is the cause of direct change and direct uh evolution, direct you getting better, stronger over a period of time. Then, right, the Empress, you should probably create a stronger bond with this person. However, if this person is not in a relationship with you where they are treating you like an equal, they are treating you like a person in the relationship that most definitely does matter, then what is it that you do? What you do is, if this person is not treating you with us with decency and respect, a healthy level of decency and respect, because decency and respect can get into a level where it's worshiping. We're not talking about worshiping. We're talking about a healthy level of decency and respect. Then if they're not doing that, then it means it's time for you to walk away. So two duplicit do I'm not going to say duplicitous, two dualistic energies, either creating the relationship if the table is set correctly for them, where they are healthy people, they are healthy, trying to be in a relationship with you, showing you decency and respect, they have character. If they do not, and they are disrespectful to you, and they're making it very difficult for you, they're sabotaging, and it's time for you to leave the situation. So let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of Venus energy into this. You have the Justice, which is Libra. You have the Empress, which is Libra. A lot of Venus energy into this. So let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles. The Hanged Man, King of Wands, the Sun, and the Three of Wands. So again, just as it is that I was saying, that you need the Hangman, you need to have some sort of self-worth when it comes to this. Understand why it is that you are trying to be in a relationship in the first place. Remember what it is that you've learned. People are not supposed to treat you like trash if you're going to be in a long-lasting relationship, unless that's the type of dynamic that you like. And then and then you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is also too, if a lot of people are looking for apologies and all this other type of stuff, it's not going to happen. Again, these people are not all the way up there in a healthy way. So again, you have to we got to start acclimating ourselves. We have to stop. If you want to get better, is the point that I'm trying to make. Now if you don't want to get better, you're going to continue to be on this hamster wheel, acting like you don't want to make acclamations, and I don't understand. But if you do want to get better, you need to acclimate yourself. What I mean when I say acclimate, I mean you have to actually settle into the idea. You have to actually realize, oh, this person's not, the lights are on, but there's nobody home. Oh, okay. And you have to literally treat them like that for real, because that's what it is. If they're treating you like trash, oh, okay. Because think about it. if the lights were on and there was people home, if you catch my drift, why would somebody treat somebody who's treating them like gold like trash? And that's the point that I'm trying to make. They're off. So you sitting there, I wonder why it is. Hey, psst, they're off. So again, I use the bus analogy. If you see someone coming onto the bus and they sit next to you and you could tell that there's something wrong with them, drooling, farting, all of that type of stuff, right? They twitching all over the place. Are you going to get mad at them, or are you going to get up and move? Some of you may even get up and move completely off the bus. And that's my point though. You know that these people are off. So why are you getting mad at them? Oh, this, that, and the third. They're off. So the King of Wands is you have to find out what it is about yourself that's getting you so mad about a person who's off. I remember someone telling me that they got out of the psych ward. Fine. They real fine. Fine. Real, trust me, fine. Real fine. Mm-mm. Can't touch them. Nope. Mm-mm. They're not there. So the things that the Sun and the Three of Wands now here represent, and once you're able to make that level of acclimation, you adjust to this. You realize what it is, and you actually adjust to this. That's a freeing thing. You can actually get up and go and leave. You don't have to be around them anymore. But it's going to require work on your part. If you ask me, there's far too many people who there's far too many people who haven't adjusted mentally, because the mentality is, oh well, um why is this person doing this? Why is this person doing that? You're absolutely right. They shouldn't be doing that to you, ideally, but they're not all the way up there, here and here. So you have to take that into consideration to really exist in that space. But other than that, that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get this YouTube channel to 3,500 subscribers by the end of January. As of right now, I have 3,445 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.